I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
In the 60s, a lot of people thought that the idea of putting a man on the moon was out of reach, not necessary, so many different things, but mainly impossible. But it did happen in 1969. And you know, Dolph, there's a lot of folks today listening to WBT that feel retirement and being confident in their finances after they stop working is completely out of reach. What are some small steps that we can take listening today to truly get there?
Do you know Santa Claus?
Oh my gosh, we are like close friends.
Yes, and what's the famous thing? Believe.
Yes.
One of my favorite movies, Elf. You have to believe. And it's amazing when you believe in things, how things can happen. When you're in a positive attitude, positive energy comes flowing through you and positive results happen to you. So if you have that goal to retire, you have to believe you're going to be able to accomplish it. There might be some sacrifices along the way, and you have to be willing to take those sacrifices. And that's when we're talking to anybody as a human being. Is like, okay, what sacrifices do you have to make? What do I have to do to help you get those sacrifices, to get through that, for you can believe that you can get to that date, if not sooner than later, to retire, and then enjoy it that way.
Small steps today can make for big achievements later on in your life. And Dolph, you have put together a Ready, Set, Retire kit. Tell everybody what that is, how it could help them with some of these small steps.
It's a planning guide. It's a planning guide of looking at all the different obstacles you might get to. It's a kind of like a mini version of my book. It's just, it puts stuff together of showing from beginning to what you need to look at, to about inflation, to Social Security, to essential expenses versus non-essential expenses, to taxes, and going forward. And it actually has a worksheet in there, a 4-page worksheet of helping you budget your finances to see where you are today going into tomorrow. Because everybody is different. And like you said a minute ago, Kristen, and I love when you say this, is every little bit helps. I was talking to this lady earlier this week, and she spent $385,000 in the last 2 years on her husband's medical expenses. And God,
oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, he passed away. And it put her in a huge financial burden. She's 61 years old. She's like, Dolph, I love my job. I want to work till I'm 70, but my finances have been destroyed. I need to restart. What are my options? And so we came up with one of the many strategies we worked with was like just simple. I mean, I said $4,000 a month. She goes, well, what is that really going to get me? And $4,000 a month. And I said, well, believe it or not, $4,000 a month in 9 years is going to be worth over $580,000. And her jaw dropped. And she was like, wow, just that little bit? I said, yeah, it seems small at the beginning, but the more it just piles up and piles up, it's great. And she was like, never would have thought of that. Thank you so much. It was just one of those heartwarming, because she came in and she didn't believe that she was ever going to be retiring.
Man.
And then at the end of the conversation, there was actual virtual conversation. We talked multiple times. She believed, and then she's like, okay, this is a sacrifice I have to make. And when you make those sacrifices, good results are going to happen. And guess what? At the end of the day, everybody's going to be happier.